Today we're going to be taking a look at Willy's Wonderland. That's right, the wonderful movie about a bunch of animatronic beings trying to murder Nicolas Cage. And if you're wondering, why are we having Forgive Me Father gameplay in the background? Well, I'm out of town for a wedding, and I'm on a plane, and all sorts of shit. I could have made up some bullshit about how Lovecraftian themes are in everything, and make sure to juice your penis better in the morning so you can understand Lovecraft and the powers of Cthulhu. But nah, I don't have time for that. This is going to be like a 10-minute video at max, because I think Willy Wonderland, as fabulous as it is, I don't think there's a lot of depth to go into the movie. I only wanted to make this video and put more spotlight on Willy's Wonderland just because of the fact that we had a Five Nights at Freddy's movie come out this year. Not that that game ever really counted as a game before. You Five Nights at Freddy guys can sit in the fucking corner and keep jerking off about it. I'm never going to play it. I just don't care. I don't care. It looks boring. I'd rather play something like Forgive Me Father, where it actually is a fun game and has fun mechanics going on. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Screw me. But I'm not going to be playing Five Nights at Freddy. But they came out with a movie, and I haven't even seen it yet. As soon as I saw it was coming out, I'm like, oh, I think they already made this, but better than this will ever be, because it has Nicolas Cage and shit actually gets done. And the Five Nights at Freddy's movie is definitely going to cater toward more of a kid audience. So, fuck that, I'm watching the Nicolas Cage one. Well, the Nicolas Cage one actually starts out in a pretty interesting way. The whole movie, like, you see Nicolas Cage is like driving this super awesome Charger. He's like, I'm a Charger guy. I'm Nicolas Cage. I'm a Charger guy. But he doesn't talk. It's something in this movie, he doesn't, like, speak throughout most of the film, or if at all. I can't remember if he says a single fucking word in this movie. But his Charger hits a rumble, or, like, one of those tire popping, things from Cops. I don't know, the spike strips. Thank you, spike strips. He hits a spike strip, and they're like, oh no, your tires are out. Looks like you're gonna have to get your tires fixed and wait in the morning. And so he ends up, like, to pay for his tires, he now has to work overnight at this shitty fucking Chuck E. Cheese. Why? No idea. The movie is kind of nonsensical. It's kind of all over the place, but I love it. I love it for that simple reason. It does not care. It does not try to be anything more than it is. Every so often, Nicolas Cage will take himself a break to play pinball. And that's just the type of movie this game is. He's like, okay, pinball time. There's a time in the movie where a chick's literally about to die, and he's, like, kicking these animatronic things' asses. And he stops because his beeper on his watch goes off, hands her the knife, and, like, gives her a little wave, like, hey, fucking good luck, buddy. And goes and fucking plays pinball while she has to fight the monster until his break's up. It's one of the most chaotic, amazing movies I've ever seen, and the minds that created it are just genius. This is the type of movie that I hunt for. This is that B-tier schlock that I dream about. This is what gives, like, the Evil Dead 2, like, inspiration a good name, because it feels like a lot of movies try to do the Evil Dead 2 thing where they add some comedy and they add some horror and they try to do the thing and it never lands. This fucking lands. This is it. I haven't seen a movie I had this much fun with, horror comedy style, since probably I watched that Mom and Dad movie with Nicolas Cage again. It's something about Nicolas Cage and this horror thing he's been doing lately is just fucking awesome, and I want it to just keep going and going and going. This movie didn't need to be anything more than what it was. It was perfect. It is a perfect film. I know that you're some fucking film snob with a douchebag mullet and short mustache, or some dude who complains about woke culture will sit there and tell you probably something else, because they'll find some nitpicky bullshit to complain about, whether it was, like, not enough men in the movie or something, because for some reason the anti-woke guys just want to see a bunch of dick, or it's like, oh no, it doesn't, not female representation. Don't you see my mustache and my mullet? I like women. See, all these fucking douchebags will find something wrong, or the faux intellectuals will say that it's not deep enough. Fuck all that. All that can go in the trash. This is a fun fucking movie, and I'm sick of movies having to be more than what they are. A movie can just be fun, and this is it. This is unadulterated fun. And it really harkens back to, I don't know if anybody else remembers, but those Grindhouse movies that Robert Rodriguez did back in the day. This feels like those. And I know I made the Evil Dead comparison, but so it already has that 70s grindhouse vibe, but the way it really feels like those grindhouse movies is I'm thinking of like Planet Terror, because you look at these animatronic monsters and they look kind of shitty, and everything about those grindhouse movies looked kind of shitty, but it worked because it was so over the top and so awesome. I mean, Death Proof is one of my favorite movies ever made, and Planet Terror, same boat. They're just so goofy and so over the top, and this movie sits in that niche. It's like they saw those movies and they're like, yeah, what if we did that with Chuck E. Cheese? It's perfect. It's so good. And Nicolas Cage kicks so much ass in this movie. He is constantly just kicking like animatronic monsters in the dick and just killing them. It's almost like he's the terror inside of that building, because they all build it up like, oh, he's not going to survive the night because they have to sacrifice people to these animatronic monsters. So the whole thing is about them sacrificing to them. And Nicolas Cage is like, fuck that, dude. I'm going to kill them, play pinball, and drink energy drinks. It's fucking dope. It's high octane. It's fun. It's just one of the most fun experiences I've had in a very long time, and I can't wait to see more movies like this. I have this issue with the streaming world because of the fact that it's ruined a lot of movies like this' chance to shine. There is a double-edged sword for that, because a lot more movies are being made just for streaming to be hitting this niche, like Hulu's Puka series, whatever those are fucking called. It has this vibe of those type of movies, and I wish that streaming would kind of go a little harder into the lower budget thing, because I'm excited for The Crooked Man with Hellboy that just came out. I want to see that because it's actually going to be closer to the comics, and it doesn't have to be this over-the-top Men in Black fiasco. I want to see what they actually attempt to do, an actual Hellboy storyline. So I think there is a world still for that indie straight-to-DVD movie. It's just, I feel like the DVD sales aren't going to keep these movies afloat, so it's on streaming to pick them up and really push them into the algorithms, because once people find these movies, they're fucking loved. And I know that the world without DVD sales is killing stuff like this, but I don't know, maybe I'm going a little conspiracy theory rabbit hole, maybe I'm getting a little bit of chaosy, but I feel like I need more movies like this that are like this crazy over the top B schlock that is amazing, that years down the road I can show my kid, that like I can be like, Savannah, come here, let's watch fucking Willy's Wonderland, and she's like, this is awesome, and she tells all of her friends, and it becomes this weird cult movie, because that's the stuff that is fun. It's like, yeah, a good movie is always going to be a good movie, but that cult schlock B crap is what I live for. But that's all I got for you guys today. This is a short, sweet one, low production effort, but I love you all and I hope you enjoyed it.